I've been blasting into space, playing Final Frontier Story, a simulation game combining planet exploration, shoot-'em-up battles, and city-building mechanics. Is this the ultimate space exploration sim game we've all been waiting for? Let's uncover if this game launches to the top of the must-play simulation games. Hey, I'm Bao. I review video games. Welcome back to the channel. Hey, that button's new. I wonder what this does. To begin our intergalactic exploration adventures, first we must start off by creating our planet name, Baocronia, and naming our brave adventurer. Wow, it's Astrobao. Just for fun, let's check out some of the randomized names that we could go with. Asterix Octavius, Yuri Lot, and Mikey Way? That's one way I don't want to go. I know this is a pun on the Milky Way, but I find it so funny it's literally the name of the My Chemical Romance's bassist. Welcome to the Black Parade still slaps in 2025. As our adventures start on Baocronia, we are assigned Astrid Star as assistant, acting as our guiding light throughout the vast space universe. I'm glad that we have her on board from the start. Oh boy, I knew that joke would eventually implode. Initially, we are informed that she has identified an unexplored distant land hosting hostile alien life forms that we may encounter. I have my ray gun equipped in my secondary slot at the ready for whatever savage enemies lie beyond. Show me the most horrific aliens you have. Oh, it's just a cute squirrel. Squirrelor is even so polite to even give us a call. To let us know they captured our explorer robot and will release it for a bounty of 100 million acorns or declaring war. I'm about to show this squirrel what a bad fur day really means. Never mind, they're smart, organized, and have weapons. Revive me, I have the ray gun. This leads us into the primary game mechanic of this title, departing on quests which allow you to explore uncharted extraterrestrial territory. How amazing does that sound? Exploring virtual planets throughout space and encountering their native life? I can't wait to see what amazing life forms and diverse landscapes we encounter. Oh god, go back! For our first quest, we need to perform a rescue mission to retrieve our hostage robot from the universe's most savage thieves, squirrels. These animals have literally evolved to steal things that aren't theirs. The space fight segments play out like semi-automated shoot-'em-up minigames, with your main character firing at the enemy lines, collecting coins and dodging incoming attacks. A major component of these segments is the time limit, which can often catch you off guard if you are not prepared, failing the mission. Your character's ship movements are fully automated, which I usually find this kind of gameplay in Kairosoft games to be a bit boring, but this game does a good job of making the quests feel more alive and diverse by physically having your main character weaving through attacks and deploying all of the weapons in their arsenal within a 3D map environment. Do a barrel roll. While engaging in battles, you have the option to adjust your battle tactics, allowing you to switch between defensive and offensive maneuvers at critical moments. These tactics have their own unique timer, which can be expanded upon in the game. You are also able to deploy bombs that you have collected. I particularly enjoyed how each squirrel bravely squares up to your spaceship, then just throws a single acorn and absolutely flees for their lives. This is the most realistic animal AI behavior I've ever seen. Talk about a total spring breeze. We are absolutely crushing the squirrel army. They don't stand a chance. Warning, the final wave is approaching. Seriously, what are these squirrels even gonna do? Declare a call to arms and yield weapons of mass destruction? Astrid Star, please tell Space Alexa to order every single animal cage from the local Space Bunnings. We have a rodent problem that's driving me nuts. Now that we have saved our robot friend, they mentioned that they scanned the unexplored territories and discovered that all of the alien life forms aren't hostile and have their own cultures. The end. Just joking, rev that spaceship up, we have enemies to mow down. But wait a second, you're telling me we just have to invade this squirrel and flower, leisurely soaking in their local rock pools? Maybe we are the real monsters. But attacking this area will unlock the hot spring for us to build. Jarvis, put all my meetings on hold. Bombs away. Alongside the quest missions, you'll also develop your space colony center with new buildings and facilities in classic town development simulation game style. I particularly enjoyed that the city map is broken into different environmental tiles and themes as you explore the new stages. Your adventurer will automatically scout out these new areas on the map, but they will stop to highlight if they encounter any treasure or enemies. The treasure chests also have a chance to fail opening, but apparently there's just no keys in space. The only answer is to absolutely blow up the lock. Wow, it's Astrobow alerts me when they encounter new territory with enemies on board, awaiting my call out to explore the hostile regions. To prepare for upcoming battles, it's time to upgrade our ship through the fighter jet options in the menu. With these new enhancements, no squirrel or any foe army will stand in my way. Ha ha ha. Wait a second, is that a permanently expanding pufferfish with a sprite so large he doesn't fit within his own text box? I spoke too soon. Someone get me a carrot and on the double. After completing some initial battles, you are able to develop the planet-based structure. This acts as a visitor landing hub for your space colony, with incoming rocket flights transporting human residents to live on your planet. Great timing. Sending people to space on flights is very hot right now. Hey, look who else is on board. It's me from earlier in the video. Sorry it took so long. I was stuck in space customs. Would you believe it? They were asking me questions about this channel subscription button that I have. I told them it's simple. If you click the button, you'll support the channel for no cost. Before we can advance any further into the planet, we have to come face to face with a serious threat. If it isn't the leader of the Squirrelers himself, the very cold-hearted beasts that kidnapped and placed a ransom on my precious robot at the start of the game. They've even set up a grand stage for our destined clash, constructing a musical arena for our showdown. I think it's a good idea to prepare for this fight before jumping in, so to further increase WoW Astrobow's space combat capabilities, you are able to train your pilot to prepare for vanquishing any foe. I'll always have a special spot in my heart for the absolutely bizarre training methods in these games. At first, I thought I would make a joke about having update social media being listed as vigorous training, as, of course, it's the hardest job in the world. But then I saw there is literally a training method to spin a pen, which increases your charisma and dexterity. I get the dexterity part with the hand controls there, but does spinning a pen really rank up your charisma that much? The next time you are feeling down and having a bad day? Seriously, just spin a pen. Apparently, playing a romance game is also considered training, so now I can confidently tell off anyone who told me I was wasting my time playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Get out of my room! I'm raising my charisma talking to fictional characters! Now that my main character is more proficient at literally spinning a pen, it's time to take down the big bad of Acorn Hills. This fight is peak. I love that they just sit there drumming menacingly, while tossing acorns and even their own henchmen at you with no regards for their well-being. This is truly a villain using all the tools at their disposal. But with our recently enhanced pen spinning skills, we are able to overcome this rock punk star and put our differences aside and live together in harmony. Squirrela even agrees to construct a brand new music stage in your planet, allowing concerts to take place, attracting in new visitors. The concert arenas are enhanced by specific surrounding tiles, so positioning is very important here. When your new friends are rocking it out on stage, Grizzly Barrington will harvest the audience's reactions to directly convert them into rewards. But music time is over. There are plenty more threatening foes awaiting us in the upcoming biomes. Something that this game does particularly well is having a lot of variety in the biome habitats. On top of the training routines I mentioned earlier, you can also get your main character up to scratch by feeding them items which for some reason in this game are all suspiciously pill-shaped. Big success. They've really got it figured out in the future. The Charisma Enhancer pill. This would do numbers on Temu. I wonder how a charisma pill in real life would work. Only one way to find out. I don't think it worked. Wait a second. On a second thought, wait, no! Wow, it's Astrobow, don't take that performance-enhancing pill! Oh no, his charisma is off the charts! He's approaching every individual in shopping centers and asking them what they do for a living. What have I done? Oh, never mind, he's just ended up climbing a tree to buff his stats. Bruh. I could have recorded 100 different jokes for how this would have played out, but honest to God, I never would have predicted this outcome. Kairosofts are just always full of surprises. Rank up requirements are the main goals that you will gun for as you, well, run and gun through the game. These list a set of conditions which need to be met to unlock new game features, but on top of this is the addition of achievements. Achievements are smaller goals which are unlockable alongside the rank ups, providing smaller areas to focus on and expand, which is always a welcome addition. I just wish these achievements wouldn't completely pause the gameplay with a pop-up each time, but I will cover that more later in the video, so make sure you watch to the end. Let's warp to the more unique features of this title, starting with the amount of varied resident types that you can unlock. A key component to progressing in this game is expanding not only your robot reinforcements, but also welcoming in visiting humans and scaling up their relationship with the aliens that you befriend. When completing space quests, you will unlock new building types, which when constructed will become the new homes for the once threatening enemies who had their homes absolutely bombarded by yours truly. To further expand your arsenal, you can develop new power-ups for your spaceship by developing new equipment inventions with the help of Mr. Chimpanzee. No matter how great the distance between planets, if there are banana relics to be uncovered, Chimpanzee will inevitably show up. Using various treasures that you uncover on your adventure or purchase within the Pumpkin Products item shop, you can develop brand new equipment to be attached to your ship's 3 weapon slots. After discovering a new piece of equipment, you can choose between 3 attribute types, greatly changing how the weapon functions. Alongside your newfound spaceship power-ups, unlocking entirely new ships will uncover new attacking styles. This is accessed by switching your main character's job. Just like that, now I'm a tennis player with an insanely dripped out ball ship design. If only changing jobs in real life was as easy as opening a menu and clicking to swap it, rather than spending years at university studying to unlock one job type. The vehicle variety offered here is really great. It's exciting to uncover all of the new ships for your main character to use in battle, discovering their new attack patterns, but best of all, they ride them around in the overworld. Careful with that paper airplane over the ocean there. Wow, it's Astro Bow. You are both one step away from a serious paper cut or having your papercraft vehicle spontaneously deteriorate. You are walking on thin water. Another unique feature in Final Frontier story is recruiting fighters to assist with your space battles during quests. You are able to take up to 2 companions with you on each fight, and they play a key role in succeeding winding down the boss's health within the time limits. They can also even activate their own auras. Occasionally, you might see a power-up with an enemy icon on it after defeating them, allowing you to pull out the classic Uno reverse card and turn the monster to your side for your fighting. I wonder how that job recruitment pitch played out. Hey buddy, how are you holding up? I'm so sorry. That your mother and father got obliterated and your whole town got destroyed. But how would you like to work for the very person that took everything away from you? Great! You start tomorrow, and it's also minimum wage and no toilet breaks. Great! The companions are also available for purchase within the Pumpkin Products shop. Something about this seems wrong though. I told you the pumpkin salesman is usually up to no good. He's illegally hoarding and trafficking monsters for money. Building combination returns as spots, and they indicate when a potential combination can be built with an icon, as we have seen with most of the recent titles. Larger buildings like the planet base and the performance arenas also provide buffs to nearby buildings when placed within a close proximity. Similar to the combos, this is shown by a nice visual animation, indicating when facilities are in range and will receive its effect. These are all great features that enhance the game, but let's touch on where the game could improve. Miraculously, they have done the impossible. Somehow the pop-ups in this currently newest Kairosofts game are even more frustrating and tedious than previous titles. There is a newly added pop-up which constantly reminds you to power up your spaceship and to use items on your main character. Literally some of the main core mechanics of the game. Who wants to be constantly reminded to do something every couple of minutes? Is now a good time to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video? I'll just go. On top of the constant reminder pop-ups, there are new achievement pop-ups, the constant news updates reports about residents moving in, new features being available. I've heard enough! Am I playing a simulation game or cookie clicker? The gameplay is seriously stunted by the huge amount of constant pop-ups. It's such a missed opportunity that these alerts don't pop up on the side, not pausing gameplay like in Dreamtown Island. But this doesn't hold a candle to the biggest downfall of this title, which is a complete lack of endgame content. As soon as you finish the final raid boss in the game, that's essentially it. There then isn't really anything else to do other than collecting all of the achievements. The game doesn't have any quests after that. This is so disappointing as the battles and the areas in this game are really good. There just needs to be more modes or quests to have available after the main story. Never before has there been such a steep drop-off of available battles or quests in a Kairosoft RPG. This is typically the strongest aspect of their RPG games, with the RPG titles having the most quests and content available. This game desperately could use randomized quests, endless quests, back-to-back quest rushes, or just any form of gameplay to pursue in the late game. While I only have 2 primary key criticisms for the title, not having enough content seriously drags the game down a lot. Another aspect of the game that I found to be just a bit short was the level of interactions you have with all your residents. It's fantastic that you build up a city of robots, humans, and aliens all living together in harmony. However, they just don't do much once they have moved in. The city building mechanics are solid with the addition of the music stages and their unique layouts, but there isn't any mechanics to interact with the residents compared to other Kairosoft games, which is a huge missed opportunity with how many colourful residents there are. Despite the lack of gameplay content further into the title, a detail that really surprised me was the soundtrack. The music of Final Frontier Story is a step above Kairosofts' typical musical offerings, which is a big plus. The plucky retro chiptune style of the songs really meshes well with the sci-fi theming. If you are a die-hard Kairosoft fan, you may catch that some of the soundtracks return from previous titles. My favourite by far is the battle theme used in the beach area. The biggest improvement in my opinion is the varied battle themes for the different biomes and even unique boss themes for the various bosses. This is a huge step in the right direction for having more varied musical pieces playing in more important segments of the game. The new tracks are still short in length, but they are more dynamic and have expanded instrumental layers, which helps them feel a lot less repetitive. That about covers everything I have from my gameplay experience, so let's take off into my review rating of this game. Final Frontier Story is an ambitious attempt at a unique RPG blending idle shoot-'em-up battles with city building and world exploration. The overall style and theming of this game is its biggest strength. It's extremely fun to develop an expanding colony on a planet with various biomes and landscapes within a futuristic setting. The music is also a massive improvement. The new songs are on theme, being fun, plucky electronic compositions matching the sci-fi theme, while offering a lot more variety in area battle themes, boss themes, and even returning classic Kairosoft songs in the mix. The battling mechanic is a lot more engaging than most of Kairosoft's sport and RPG titles. While you don't directly control the spaceship movements, you'll issue commands of fighting styles and utilize items to best enemies within time limits. There is a large variety of craftable weapon combinations and types to unlock, which help vary the battling gameplay. While the new battles are engaging and fun, the game unfortunately suffers from not having much to do later in the game, making the overall game a lot shorter and less fleshed out than other Kairosoft RPG titles. This is a great step in the right direction for the battling gameplay, but just falls flat by not providing a whole lot of battle quests and missions near the end of the game. Final Frontier Story reaches for the stars with a solid 6.5 out of 10. In the end, Final Frontier Story has great battles, some awesome music enhancements, and overall really good theming, but it's cut short by its lackluster endgame. I really hope Kairosoft eventually revisit this title in a potential sequel or expansion, as the base gameplay is really solid. It just doesn't have much going on when you get to the end. Despite the shorter playtime and minimal endgame, I still had a great overall time playing the title throughout. A space exploration themed Kairosoft title is one of my most wanted games. This title scratches the itch with the theming, but I just really wish you were able to physically explore the new alien planets and perform dungeon raids similar to the Dungeon Village games, instead of having all these biomes on one planet. Even better yet, having the alien planets be randomly generated. This would offer so much variety. But what did you think about Final Frontier Story? Are you going to pick it up? If you have played it, what did you think about the battles and the sci-fi theme? Let me know in the comments below. Also comment "Wow, Astro Bow" to let me know you made it this far in the video. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.